Yes.
Is temper, like I'm short-tempered, you know, fulani anakuanga short-tempered. Does it have something to do with mental? Temper, ama ni roho?
It depends. Some people are quick-tempered, that is their personality.
So is it mental or?
That's why I began with
physical?
It depends. Sometimes it can be your personality. It can be maybe you just are not able to manage your emotions and it's not naturally your personality, or it could be a mood disorder. There are some mood disorders like bipolar, where you have extreme emotions. 1 minute you're extremely happy and the next it's like Hiroshima, an explosion, you know, just you've gone on the deep end. So that is why I'm careful not to place it, is it here or here. There are so many factors that can, you know, we can explain why somebody is angry. Personality or emotions, or maybe you actually have a mental health issue and it's a mood disorder.
Are you a doctor by any chance?
I am not a doctor, I'm just interested in psychology.
Kuna vile unazieka, you know, sijui what disorder. Mtu wa temper ni temper, tu hakuna disorder hapo.
That's what I'm saying. It depends. Like there's some people who their personality, they're just quick. I mean, you just anger them like this and their hand has already flown. Or they've already thrown a word. That's personality. Maybe that's how they're socialized. They grow up in a family where everyone is shouting and there's always arguing and there's always fighting, and to survive there, you yourself must develop that. So you see, maybe that person was not naturally having a temper, but because they were nurtured that way, to survive in that environment, they had to develop that. Versus this other person who naturally, their temperament, they are quick to be angry. You see, so there is the nature, there is the nurture, and then there are now other mental issues, like I was talking about that one particular mood disorder, where you can develop it. I'm not sure how you acquire that particular mood disorder, but it is also treatable. I'm not sure if it's curable, but there is treatment for that to at least help you manage the highs and the lows so that you're more stable.
Wababa ndio wanakuwa nayo ama wamama?
It goes men and women. I don't know who gets it more than the other one, but yeah, both.
No, but there are these people, these other gender ndio associated na siko kwa mood, sina mood.
No, that is different from a mood disorder. Yes. There's also hormonal imbalance. Hello. That's so different. Like those are different things. And maybe I'm just not feeling it, by the way. So don't you also wake up on having, like they say, wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you just don't feel like doing something?
Which wrong? I only wake up on one side of the bed, because the other side is a wall. The other side is a wall. I always wake up on one side.
It is a phrase that I know you understand. You just wake up now, jiski. Yeah, so I think this whole I am not feeling it, sina hizo moods, that is anyone, and it has nothing to do with mental health.
So moods has got nothing to do with mental.
No, I'm saying there is a mood disorder, but not every mood. Yeah, but not every mood you are feeling is a mental health issue. Yes.
Not every mood is a mental issue.
Yeah. Because we as human beings, we have hormones and we have days when we are upbeat and days when we are not. But just because I'm not upbeat today, I'm not now going to declare myself I am depressed. I'll just say, today I just don't have psych. That's it. But there's nothing wrong with me. And maybe there's actually nothing wrong. Nobody has wronged me. Nobody has, I'm not angry at anyone. Nothing is wrong at all. I just don't have energy today, you know. It's fine, and tomorrow I'll be upbeat. So not all moods are now I have a mental health issue. Because also there's a lot of information on the internet, so it's easy to just go on the internet, type in your symptoms. I think I have bipolar disorder, or I think I am depressed. I think I'm having a panic attack. Like for those mood disorders.
Unataja panic attack. Ziko kwa maboys kweli.
I don't know, but I believe anyone can get them.
Panic attack.
Yeah, but those ones, they're diagnosed by actual psychologists and doctors. But I cannot diagnose anyone like that.
Like ni kuangalia tu nione niko na panic attack.
I would not purport to say I can diagnose anyone, because I'm not a trained psychologist. Yeah, but those things are real.
Mental health. Now, because we are in a mental health, now we're talking about mental wellness. Can I bring in a question like, what can lead to a mental illness?
I suppose there are quite a number of factors. Some are, maybe you're just like, let us talk about issues to do with maybe depression. So depression, you have some symptoms of depression that I've read about, or you have loss of interest in whatever activities you're doing, feelings of worthlessness, you feel like you don't have any value, and you just you cannot rally. Like even things that you used to be able to just do in the drop of a hat, you just don't feel like doing them. Loss of interest, sometimes even you want to separate yourself from people. And depression is not, there are some clinical depressions where you're not even able to physically do things. Even getting out of bed, you have tried. Taking a shower, you have tried, So that's, and there's even doctors diagnose that, and you can even get medicine for that. And there's also another depression, which is, it's sporadic, and sometimes it's triggered by maybe events. Maybe traumatic events, and you just were not able to talk about them, you're not able to deal with them. So, and your response was, by the way, I am worthless and my life is pointless and I don't even matter on this planet. And the next thing, somebody is having suicidal thoughts, or the next thing, you want to inflict pain on yourself as a release, and you start cutting. People cut themselves with razor. It's not because they don't feel pain, but somehow that pain is it's better than actually dealing with whatever pain they are feeling. Or some people, to hide maybe their depression, they'll just manifest behaviors which is not them, or they'll just withdraw, and you're wondering what's wrong with this one, or just cry at the drop of a hat. Yeah, so what causes it? May possibly traumas that are not dealt with. I would mostly lean to that, or just let me say the society. And there's something called social media depression, because we are, yes,
social media
depression. I know, it's interesting, right? Yeah, but because of, you see, social media has created a situation where we are now just comparing ourselves to other people, because everyone is posting a nice photo of themselves. Nobody will post a bad photo on social media. They'll make sure the light is right. Now we have all these nice filters, and they'll only post the highlights. And so you're putting, social media is a monument to yourself virtually, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or what. You're just posting your life there, and you're hoping that people will like what you post. That they'll, sometimes you even want them to validate you. And when you're comparing, you're seeing other people and what they're posting versus what you're posting. And social media is a lie. Nobody's life is that perfect. But you're comparing yourself to them. Or maybe my post has been there for 24 hours and the only like that's there, I only have one like, and that like is my own like. Nobody has liked my photo. And by the way, I would know, because that has happened to me like so many times. my photo, I'm the one who likes my photo, But that can get to people, especially the younger generation, who their validation is social media. And it's just addictive. You just have to be there. So as in, you're just seeing that, and now because your perception is, your value is attached to the social media. How many people like me? When people don't like your photo, when people unfriend you or unfollow you, when people don't comment, it's like, okay, so I am not of value. By the way, my life is horrible. By the way, why am I not succeeding? By the way, why am I... this whole comparison thing. And so now there's such a huge chunk of people who they're addicted to social media and they're getting depressed by it.
Now that you brought in the social media issue, and a big number of younger generation or young people are addicted to this thing. What do you think we are raising up? Are we raising up a generation that will lead to mental imbalance or something?
I'm not sure about that, but, and just to be clear, the social media is not bad. Like, we're using social media right now to talk about mental health. That's what YouTube is for. But I think just the direction it's going, especially TikTok, I mean, it's like everyone now wants to be an influencer, and then now there's this whole influencer concept, and now it's like, and you know, this generation wants to succeed easily. So what's the point of going to get a degree if I can just make a video on TikTok and get like 100 million views and become an influencer, and that's how I make my money? Or I can start a YouTube channel and just do frivolous things. I mean, like, and then, you know, so that's unfortunately where this generation is. So because we're so used to everything now, whether if you want to order something, just go on Jumia. You don't even have to, I mean, you get it now. You dial a delivery, get your pizza right now. Like, everything you need, I mean, everything is just at your fingertips. So this generation has lacked on resilience. We're not able to if things don't go your way, we do have no coping mechanism. If there's a small delay, there is no patience. And also there's reduced empathy. Because empathy, if I don't deal with you one-on-one, I can't really relate with you. You know, there's once I was in a youth group, and I just asked people in the crowd, how many followers do you have on Instagram? One person said they had 1,500 followers. I said, that's impressive. My Instagram account is struggling with 500, and I'm so proud of them. Thank you, 500 followers. You know, but I asked, you have 1,500 followers. Okay. How many of those 1,500 can you call in a crisis? How many of them are your friend? She said only 3 of them. Then who are the other 1,400? Like, who are they? You know, it's like we have lost touch. People are seated in a room and we are on our phones, chatting with each other instead of who are in the same room, but we're chatting. We'd better chat with each other on Instagram or whatever, or we're chatting with other people, but we don't know how to actually form a relationship. People, you start a relationship on Instagram, you'll inbox, you will date on Instagram, you break up on Instagram.
Get married on Instagram.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, your whole relationship is just on Facebook, and you will break up on Facebook, and it's like devastating, you know. But we don't have that interaction, you know, and those are like huge when it comes to maintaining, you know, just having a good mental health. Remember, we talked about social well-being. You need relationships, not with your phone, not with some imaginary friend in Croatia. How are they going to help you? I mean, just like chatting with those 1,500 people, honestly, they're just friends of friends of friends. Like, they don't even know you. They just like a photo, but, you know, who are they really? You know, so I feel that is like the downside of social media. It has made us not be able to, it has reduced our resilience because we're used to instant results, and it has reduced our empathy level because we're so used to communicating with gadgets instead of even video games. Growing up, at least video games, you go to somebody's house and we're playing together there. Now I'm here and the next player is in Cambodia, is in Turkey, and we're playing across, and it's a good thing, global village. But what happened to us just playing here and we're competing and Super Mario and Nintendo, and it's, you know, that relationship forming, we've kind of now become detached. And well, if you don't have stable relationships, then, and that's your support system, then when you go through tough times, how do you manage? How do you cope?
Umenikumbusha mbali.
Nintendo.
You know, like
Super Mario, Nintendo, manenos.
Like, we used to play our games as children.
Yeah.
We used to make our own toys.
Yeah.
From zile mikebe za kimbo, nini.
Yeah. I made a car with a carton of milk, and the bottle top is the wheels. You know those things.
When you muhenga.
Wait, nimesha graduate nimekuwa mhenga.
Wait. Then after our generation came ile generation ya kununua toys kutoka China.
Yeah.
Okay. Unanunua iko kwa duka supermarket.
Yeah.
Okay? Toy iko. Then kwa kuja generation ambayo hiyo toy you don't have to struggle with it, iko kwa computer. Yeah. So unanunua kakitu una connect kwa computer na unakaa hapa na button. Yeah. So usukumi gari.
Yeah. Yeah, need for speed on those games, yeah.
Then ikaja generation badala ya kuplay, I was shocked to enter a home and remote imefichwa na the boys, so msichana hawezi access. Kuna watu wana play hizo game online, so them they sit to watch. Now they don't play.
Yeah, I was also surprised. There's also that, by the way. And the people are playing and you're watching how they are playing. So now we've just become passive.
I don't know generation itakuja vile itakuwa inafanya, because at least ina watch wakiplay. Ile itakuwa ni
si say tumefika metaverse. Now I just want 3D goggles and can go anywhere in the world and be anything. Yeah, so I don't know.
Ujinga.
Yeah, as in like yes,
ni kama ujinga haina break.
I am not here to I will be the last one to condemn social media. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not condemning. Na condemn hiyo ignorance.
You're ignorant.
Tumevaa goggles, tumekaa kwa kiti na uko Jamaica.
What a way to experience the world without having to buy a plane ticket, especially in COVID.
Whoa.
I'm just saying I think we should limit them, because we're creating also a generation of passivity.
No, like umevaa so umetembea uko Greenland ama Iceland uko baridi. Ujinga hiyo.
Yeah, I will not comment. You know, people have actually invested in property in the metaverse. I don't know how that works.
Hey, like unavaa tu unaona hii shamba inauzwa, you pay.
I know, it's like ridiculous. I don't know how it works. People have invested in property in the metaverse. Let me leave it at that. I don't know how it works.
Now, do you think this social media is having an impact on mental health?
I should believe so, because can I just read some statistics for you?
So.
Okay, so I found these statistics on the internet that the average person spends on YouTube daily 44 minutes, on Facebook 35 minutes.
Anza pole pole.
YouTube 44 minutes, Facebook 35 minutes.
Yes.
Instagram 33 minutes.
Yes.
TikTok 32 minutes.
Yes.
Twitter 10 minutes. And then
this is in a day.
In one day. And then now the average user opens WhatsApp 23 to 25 times a day. Whether there is a message or not, you've opened WhatsApp 23 to 25 times a day.
Producer wetu moja nafikiri anaenda more than what you've read.
But this is the average user. So here's the thing. On average, a person spends 2 hours and 25 minutes on social media. On average.
2 hours.
And that is aside from watching movies, I don't know, music. And if you, I don't know if you're into video games, like that's aside from that. Right.
Scroll too.
Yeah, could scroll too.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Like, what really is what are we?
Ngoja wasort sauti. Hebu cheki mazee hiyo. No. Yes. Why nafikiri zina issue. Ni hapa. Okay. Iko sawa. So sisi kwa sisi. Iko. Jamani mtuhurumie. May bear with us. Ni teknolojia ambayo kwa metaverse generation. Property away from home bila kuzifikia.
Why not?
Tuendelee na statistics.
So I was just calculating if an individual spends 2 hours and 25 minutes on social media, that means in 1 week they will spend 16 hours and 55 minutes on social media. So in 1 month they will spend 2 days and 20 hours.
Ungeniambia ni kitabu niandike.
So that means in 1 year you will spend 3 months and 24 days on social media.
Unabaki na 9.
You have 9 months. And yeah, so I was just So that means in your entire life, if maybe you live up to 70, 80,
up to 100 years, 20.
You will roughly spend 6 years and 8 months of your life on social media. 6 years umemaliza degree mbili, ukafanya undergrad na masters. So I just thought those statistics were rather interesting. Like,
hapa kwa 1 year pamenishock. Wachana na huko kwa 100 years.
Yeah, 3 months and 24 days.
Not working.
Yeah, you're just scrolling, watching some ridiculous
Making someone
TikTok.
rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the unfortunate thing is, whatever we watch on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, they're not even helpful, you know. They're just, I mean, you just click on this video and then YouTube is so quick to find your patterns, suggesting this one, suggesting this one, suggesting this one, suggesting. So you've decided you're only going to watch one video and then 3 hours later. Yeah. So I think learning to manage, just limiting how much time. And I'm also a culprit, by the way. It's not like I also have to deal with my own social media spending time. Yeah.
So you have social media syndrome. I
won't say I'm addicted. Like, personally, I actually deleted all of the apps from my phone.
Na ukarudisha mwenyewe?
I haven't. Like,
so you have WhatsApp?
Like, I haven't closed the accounts, but I've deleted the app so that I'm not tempted to constantly check. So if I need to post something, I'll just go on the internet, I open, I post the poster, and I close. Because if you have the app on your phone, you're always just opening, let me see who has responded, let me see who has done this, let me see.
One thing maybe that helps me, no notifications. So
yeah, I've also done that. I don't receive any notifications.
So sometimes you can send a text and I will see it when I'll see it. Yeah. Is it a bad thing?
I think if that's what is going to help you control your time on your phone, I think that's a good thing.
As a mentor and an IQ coach, sinimekuita tu sasa mentor.
Yes.
Can you start somewhere mentoring this generation on usage of social media?
I think it should start with the parents, because the parents, let's just face reality, right? It's monkey see monkey do. The only reason I am on my phone is because I'm seeing you on your phone. Or most likely you're really exhausted and you don't want me to bother you, so chukua simu, you know. So I think if we can, and also the parent wants an escape from whatever stressful day they've had, you know. So so of course they're going to escape to whatever Instagram or whatever YouTube thing they want to do, just to decompress from whatever stress they've been having. But I think at the end of the day, it's the parents. You are living with your child. Why are you buying your 5-year-old a tablet? That should be a question right there. Why do they need a tablet? Why are you buying your 7-year-old a phone? So it's like you are I feel like we are sort of creating the problem with our children. Instead of teaching them that, okay, if you want to play, you can play a game on my phone, but only play it for 15 minutes a day.
Or have a phone like mine which doesn't have games.
Or maybe, but
they try to install games, they need my Apple ID.
Fine. Or maybe, or even TV. Every day you only get to watch maybe 1 hour of TV, and I am supervising what you are watching. You know,
the supervision part of it.
Yeah, so I feel, you know, and also the children is seeing, I'm talking to you, my dad, but you're, yes, okay, that report card, what did the teacher say? Okay, yes, I'm understanding. What are they going to find? They're seeing that, oh, the phone is more important than me. So as in, you know, children are really impressionable. You know, at whatever age, they're going to just pick up on that. So you don't want to create a scenario where this child is feeling like, by the way, the phone is actually more important than me. Okay, let me also get my own phone. And the next time you're talking to them, unanisikia, mimi nakusikia. Kwani mimi nakuwa disrespectful? Didn't you show your child to do the same thing? So I feel,
I saw a commercial, it was a TV commercial where this small girl comes at home, she finds the parents on chat, the mother is busy chatting with whatever, the father is busy chatting, and she's asking questions. Simple questions like, how was your day? Nobody's answering back, kila mtu yuko busy. Then she keeps on asking different questions, nobody's responding, and then she pauses and asks, Daddy, naweza pata msista mdogo tu tukiongea naye? That is when they stop whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
So the parenting part of it is a big problem.
Yes, I think we have found social media, or just any media, the TV, to be the easy go-to. If I need a break and I need my child to just leave me alone, chukua simu ama unawasha TV and you look there. But I feel that's not the appropriate situation. At the end of the day, the child is more interested, is not even interested in the phone, is more interested in, can I spend time with you? And I think the child might be better served if they are taught not to depend so much on electronic devices. Because now they become so attached. I mean, from a young age already, their value is what people talk about me on the social media, how many likes I get. Already from a young age, if that is where your identity is, no wonder after 10 years of using Instagram, you are now suddenly depressed because my value is tied there. So if anything happens there, of course it's going to affect my moods. Of course it's going to affect my, it's going to give me stress or pressure. So I would, as in, I understand parents are really trying to do their best, but seriously, as in, we really ought to regulate how much time children, and even regulate what are they doing on that social media. Because now the internet is so tricky. You will leave your child watching this cartoon, and then before you know it, it's like there's some advert that has come, and then they press a button and then they watch something that is not age appropriate. You know your child is watching this, but because they clicked a button without you knowing, they are watching something else.
They go and go and go.
Yeah, or just even watch whatever your child or children are watching. I was quite perturbed when I was talking to some children between the ages of 8 and 10. That was last year, and one of them said, hey, this is not the Squid Game. And I was just wondering, you 8-year-old have watched the Squid Game. It's Squid Game was like this series, it's a Korean series that came out last year, and it is very bloody, it's very violent. I like K-drama, but I couldn't watch past 5 minutes of that, and I am over 30. But this 8-year-old somehow was able to watch all, I think it was 8 episodes or something. And I'm asking them, where did you watch it? I watched it in the house. And your parents knew? No, they didn't know. Okay, but you knew this movie is over 18. Why were you watching it? Isn't it violent? It's not even that violent. In fact, even it's fake. In fact, it was not even bloody. In fact, they were not even dying. But they were not even shooting themselves so much. Like, they have, for me, what was distressing was these children at 8, 9, 10 have watched so much violence. Now they are dead to it. It does not affect them at all. Like hawashtuki. It's like sasa hii ni kawaida. In fact, it should have even had more blood. That's what one of the children told me. It was not violent enough.
You remember like the young man who killed his family, and when he was asked why, he said, I saw in the movie. Yani ameona movies paka anaweza plan and execute.
Yeah, like not all of course all crime is caused by movies, but there has been research done to show that sometimes the people always say that I'm listening to this music, it does not affect me. I watch these movies, it doesn't affect me. Those are lies. They affect you. Whatever you hear, whatever you watch, there's something called subliminal messaging. Even if you cannot remember, it's imprinted in your brain. Is like a super complex computer. It's forever recording. That's why you'll just hear a tune and then suddenly you'll find yourself singing a song you haven't heard in 10 years, and you'll sing all the lyrics. How? Because your brain stored it. You'll see a picture.
Even if you have a small head.
Yeah. Who has a small head? Are you talking
like
of
me.
yourself?
No, like me.
Yeah, that's why you'll see a photo and you'll remember something from when you were 5. It's It's because your brain is storing information. So we're listening to music, we're watching movies. What is happening is your brain is accustomed to those things. It's now used to violence. It's now no longer surprised by violence. It is actually used to it. It's now no longer surprised to violent words. Like, you know, some songs that they denigrate women when they're talking about violence, or I will shoot you, I will kill you. Your brain now is accustomed to, so this is normal. And they actually did some studies, like in the 90s, the first high school shooting in America, the Columbine shooting.
Yes.
These two kids, they went to school and they just shot up the whole place, and you know, one teacher and some children died. It was not the only cause. Of course, they had their own issues, but they were recorded to have constantly listened to heavy metal music, which was violent. Before they went for the shooting, they psyched themselves up with that heavy metal music. It's like building courage. It's like, like building up anger and, just to get there.
Yes. So
of course, it's not only the music. I'm not saying the music is the only cause, but research has shown that there's a correlation between music and movies. Even there's a study after this movie by James Cameron came out like 10 years ago. It's called Avatar. Now I'm seeing they're doing a 3D release of it, but it was called Avatar. But some people, they go into this imaginary world, and it's like you're able to be somebody else. After people recorded that after watching the movie, there was actually a depression. People who had watched the movie came out depressed. After watching a movie, that means that movie has an effect on me. It has an effect on us. So
movies have
they have an effect.
They have
an effect. So be careful on what we watch.
Sly Amasli Mudembu says, yes, I agree. Heri Mimi, social media is not helpful, considering that we as individuals feel insecure if people don't respond to our posts or don't give us the recognition that we expect. It affects our self-esteem and mental health.
Yes.
Hello.
I am agreeing with Slee. Thank you for the comment.
Hello.
Yes.
You know the video on YouTube?
Yes.
It has one view for about 2 months. And that one view was
you?
not in it. It was
you.
me. And I felt nothing. In fact, I felt I have done something. Work a video life was no joke. My first I thought maybe if I viewed several times it would increase. But it remained one view. So I viewed daily, but it was one view. The guy whom we did with the first live stream was electronically challenged, if that was a disorder.
Yes.
He was electronically disabled or challenged. So he could not. Until after 2 months he went for a gadget that could access YouTube. Now we had
2 views.
And I felt nothing.
But you do understand you are a different generation than your generation X. Some of us are generation Y and this generation Z.
Even after this stream, even if it stays with 2 views, I did something.
Because your value is not attached to the social media. Likes. You didn't grow up with it.
I have a friend, when something is posted by him, so he will keep on commenting on his own picture. At least comments zikuwe mingi.
Yeah.
I don't comment on what I post unless somebody asks for something that I need to respond. Kila saa najikomentia. Niko na shida gani?
To create, you have no problem. That is where we hope that we can get, where our self-worth is not attached to how many people view our YouTube videos. Because at the end of the day, it was not for fame or celebrity. It was, we want to communicate a message, we want to help people.
Yes.
So if one person watched that video and was encouraged, that thing was a success. You see? So maybe also we should change our perception of success, because those are other reasons why we find ourselves now getting sad and getting low, because of you want to be successful, and in this day and age I need a YouTube page, I need a Instagram that has 1,000 followers. Like, actually, one of these youth, the youth who I was telling you about, told me that they had 1,500 followers, told me that she doesn't follow anyone who has less than 1,000 followers. So in short, she does not follow me. Because, you know, it's like, you know, I'm playing on this level, you know, like I need, because you're 1,000, most likely add my, yeah. So you see, already it's like there's already a class on social media. Like, how does that work? Because I need to appear like I'm successful. That's why I'm going to make sure I'm posting with the right light, and you know, I'm only posting with the right filter. You know, like, filters honestly have just made life even worse, because what we're seeing on Instagram is not even the real you. I didn't even know my phone had filters, by the way. So I just used the filter by chance, and I was like, and I saw the difference. I'm like, no wonder people are using filters. I'm like, the last one in Jerusalem, you know. So in, but you
no, wewe nimekwambia wewe ni muhenga, so cheza chini tu kihenga.
Mimi ni muhenga. Sawa sawa.
Yaani wewe na mimi WhatsApp group moja.
Is that the case? But right, so the pressure in society to appear like you have it together, that you're succeeding, your grades are good, your family is nice, your marriage is nice, your workplace is nice, and you're enjoying your life, and you're having that pressure is so much, and I don't even know who is bringing that pressure, but that pressure is there to succeed and to appear like you are succeeding. And that's why when I put something on social media and nobody comments, what the heck? Are you not seeing I'm succeeding? I need you to see that I'm succeeding. I need you to validate me. And when there's no that validation, or when somebody writes a bad comment, or people dislike my YouTube video, which I struggled to put, or when nobody even views my YouTube videos, you know, like, then it's like we take it like, then that means you don't like me. I'm taking it personally. You don't like me, you're rejecting me as an individual, and most likely I'm even a failure. And because I don't know how to cope with that, because I don't have resiliency. Like I said, Gen Z, unfortunately, they're really low on resiliency. Then one small setback and the world has ended. I just do not know how to cope. Or if it does not happen now, I have no patience. I just don't know how to manage that disappointment.
Do you know why I've always done these live streams? People don't comment, alright? But sometimes I walk on the street and I meet a stranger, and the stranger stops to me and calls me by name and recognizes me by the content, certain content.
Yes.
So I'm always even doing this because at the end of the day, it helps someone. It reaches someone.
Yeah.
I think the best way to correct this mental disorder, I may call it, of social media depression, I think we need a conversation to help the younger generation that even if you post and the post is in good faith, you are communicating something positive, it will help someone, not you yourself. Ama nitakuwa niko wrong?
No, I think that's right. Let us interrogate why we are posting on social media in the first place, if we even need to post at all. Like, really, I don't need to know what you're having for breakfast, for lunch, and for supper, and your night routine, and your makeup routine. I really don't need to know all that. But why are we putting it there? So, like, what are our motivations for putting these things? And also, do we need to put them? Do we even need these social media pages in the first place? And after interrogating that, let us also realize that our identity is not social media. You're not special because you have 1,000 followers, or I don't know, your video went viral. I don't know how many people are viewing you. You've gotten so many comments, fire emoji on your new selfie photo. You know, that is not where your self-worth is. You are worthy because you are created in the image of God. Even that person in Papua New Guinea who doesn't even have a phone is special. So you have the same value. So if we can just detach our worth from what the social media says, or what we think, how we think we are perceived on social media, I think that can just go a long way. So then we become like you. I put a video a month, I am the only, like, by the way, I'm actually like you on Twitter. Nobody likes my posts. I'm the one who likes my post, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, you know. But it takes a while to get there, to realize that it is not a reflection of me. Because you do not like my Facebook picture, it does not mean that you do not like me, and it does not mean that I do not have value.
Mental wellness. Lakini ulikuwa unadeal na mental and wellness, si ndio? Ya social media peke yake.
Looks like
how many do we have?
How many do we have? What?
That cause mental and wellness.
Honestly, I'm not going to pretend that I know, because I don't. Yeah, I don't. Like so, and like I said, I'm not a psychologist. I just an avid reader on mental health awareness, because well, I struggled with it myself. So I'm very curious to see how to help other people also get out of it.
I wish, or I hope you come again.
I hope to come too.
Come again. Do you know why?
Yes.
Before you came in, we had a small discussion on every lady is working hard to become a single mother. I don't know if it is a disorder.
That is not a disorder. I think it is a result of where society, of just society.
So every lady dreams of having a good job. Kuwa na mtoto bas. Is it a problem?
First,
kama ni kuache uende ufikirie.
I think you're generalizing. That's not every woman's dream. Let's start there. I think that's also a speculation. How do you say most? Do you have statistics? You should say there are some women.
Yeah. A lot of women.
That is also a supposition. Some.
Okay, many women.
Let me just leave you. Okay,
many girls.
Let us just say that right now there is a rise of women.
Yeah, so there is a rise.
Yes.
To lead it to a lot of
yes. Who for some reason, mostly, let me not also use the word mostly, because I do not know. Yeah. But the few who I have interacted with, they're disenfranchised with marriage, or what they see marriage is.
My point of bringing all this, I wanted to ask, is it something to do with mental?
I might say yes or no. Maybe some were traumatized and they have not gotten over that trauma, and as far as I'm concerned, men are the devil. I'm going to enter there. Honestly, that's some perceptions that women might have for whatever traumatic experience they have. So, and for some, it's just a personal choice. Maybe enough with societal pressure of telling me that there's something wrong with me. I'm not getting married, end of the story. And by the way, I don't even need a man to get a child. Let me just adopt, or let me just get some random guy who has good dental features. Let's do it to get a baby. Or let me, so there's, unfortunately, that's the way society is. Like, the rules are kind of skewed. Yeah, so there's not one reason why women are, some women are going that way. There are many reasons, and I cannot pretend.
Can men also go that way? Anyway, tusiende hapo sahi.
Naona you want to trap me. Let me just escape.
Kindly talk to this young lady or young man who feels kitu ya social media mimi imenifikisha mwisho. How do they control about it as we end? Ongeleshea hapo pole kwa kipole.
Alright, so
yani social media na feel imemsukuma kwa ukuta ajui atoke ndani vipi.
Well, all I can say is, if it is an addiction, because there are some people who are actually addicted to social media, right? So, and like any addiction, it starts with you actually agreeing that you are addicted and that is a problem, and choosing to get out. The same way an alcoholic or a person who is who is addicted to alcohol would do. So identify that there actually is a problem, and identify that you are willing to get out of that problem. And then 2, don't put yourself in harm's way. Sometimes you might need to take extreme measures. Like, you can do what I did. I deleted all of my social media apps. I only have the WhatsApp. or you can buy a kabambe phone. Clearly you will not have any social media apps on that phone. And you can also talk to a counselor. Anybody who has an issue, who you feel like you're having mental health challenges, maybe you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling stressed, or even having suicidal thoughts, or just continuous anxiety, and you are unable to break that cycle, please, there are so many counselors out there. Please just go to seek a counselor, or if you're a Christian, you can even talk to a pastor who can direct you to a counselor or a psychologist. But please, you need to get help. Do not die alone with that issue. And I know there might be some stigma surrounding mental health, like, you're 10, what stress do you have? Or you're 17, we're paying all of your fees, why should you be depressed? Please, if you are in any way feeling distressed, speak about it, because that's the first step to healing. And I think that's what I can say about that. So social media, decide that it's an issue, and decide to find ways to just cut it out of your life, or at least limit